Thanksgiving is exactly 1 week away from today, and we know the holiday season is a time filled with family and friends, and most of all, food and eating. It certainly is a major part of the holidays, which sometimes makes it difficult, a difficult time of the year, really, for people who are struggling with eating disorders in particular. It's a season full of triggers for binge eating behaviors as well. So this morning, Dr. Julie is here to talk about this subject and battle this or tackle this very difficult subject. You know, Dr. Julie, we were talking about how 30% of people who actually are looking for help with weight loss actually are struggling with a binge eating disorder.
And most of them don't recognize it. So they just think that this is a behavior that I do that indicates something's wrong with me. I do it in private. What's wrong with me? I can't stay on a diet. They don't recognize that it is a psychological disorder, and therefore it needs to be treated as a psychological disorder.
So that's interesting. The binge eating is really just a symptom of really something that's going on emotionally. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so many times people think that if they have a weight issue or if they have, an issue with food, that they think it's about food. And it really isn't about food. It's about your relationship with your emotions and then your misuse of food to deal with your emotions.
Got it.
So we don't want to focus just on food and certainly don't want to put people on yet another diet. We want to help people to learn how to connect with their emotions and respond to their emotions in a healthy manner so they don't need to misuse food.
And it's just really a slippery slope if you think about it, right? Because you've got the emotions that trigger you to eat, to binge eat to begin with, and then after that you're dealing with the guilt and the shame.
Yeah, it really is very difficult because if you think about other disorders, let's say depression, let's say misuse of alcohol, that's something that is not so public. But when people walk around and they have an unhealthy relationship with food, it shows up in their body self, and that's very public. And in our culture, unfortunately, there is a tremendous bias against issues of weight. I wish that I didn't have to say that, but that is the truth. And so there's a shame factor that is, yes, another layer of difficulty with this very difficult disorder.
You know, with that, with those words, Dr. Julie, if there's somebody at home who's struggling right now with binge eating, what would your message be to them? Because, you know, just as you say, so often we are carrying shame or guilt when really there's something else going on that has nothing to do with the physical features of our body.
Yeah. So what I'm going to say, and I say this with all eating disorders, is that eating disorders are absolutely treatable and curable, 100%. That's really important. We need to identify eating disorders as such. This is not just, an unhealthy relationship with food because you like food too much. And when we look at the factors that are truly going on underneath the surface use of food, that's when we get to the healthy resolve from the inside out. And that's absolutely possible. I want everybody at home to know that. If you're struggling, this does not have to be your truth or your reality for the rest of your life. I promise you.
So with Thanksgiving exactly 1 week away today, what advice do you have for those who are struggling with eating disorders?
Oh, that's such a big question.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about the behavioral aspects of relationship with food, but for today, as you approach Thanksgiving, I want people to know that Thanksgiving is about relationships, it's about love, it's about gathering, and it's about gratitude, right? So allow yourself to focus on that beautiful emotional atmosphere of that. With food, allow yourself to eat the things that you want.
And love.
Put them on your plate, enjoy them, be mindful, but also connect during that holiday. It's not just about your relationship with food, it's about your relationship with others.
Got it.
Okay? And don't beat yourself up for what you've eaten, okay?
Yeah.
It's okay to enjoy food. We all enjoy food. Enjoy it.
Good conversation. Dr. Julie, thank you as always.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And to you.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies. Great advice. We hope people are listening out there.